Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, of course, TV shows, merchandising, theme parks, documentaries, I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then yes, of course, there's a good chance I'll be talking about it. So let's just get into it, shall we? So I'm again going to be reviewing another TV show. Mini series technically, but it's Betamax. So I just thought I'd just do this since I've already reviewed the animated movie a good while ago. So here we go, I reckon, I suppose. So anyway, of course, as usual, let's just talk about it, shall we? So yeah. But anyway, there are 6 episodes in this, folks. The first one being centered around like this old woman, so to speak. And yeah, Betamax pretty much tries to help her out even though she's really reluctant, she's really hesitant, of course. And he does attempt to ease her when it comes to her aches and her feel of water.
Welcome back.
Maybe not water
Is there something
itself,
else
but
you'd like to
it
look
does
at?
bring back a lot of bad
Only the
memories.
finest crafts.
And of course,
Straight
those
to
episode
Mortimer.
2,
Every
the aunt
piece comes with
character,
a stamp of
she
assurance
does
from my
meet
wife's father, the best
her
smith in
match, so to
Denver.
speak, when she accidentally injures her, I guess her ankle, I guess you would say. And there's also this lucky cat cafe kind of a thing that which has to take care of course, and whatnot. But it's not easy because she's a workaholic. She loves the cosmos, but Betamax really tries to help her out because she's injured. But anyway, for episode 3, Sophia, yeah, there's this middle school student named Sophia, and she faces some major life changes with Betamax, offering her some unwavering support because, well, let's just say this character is in the stage of life where her body's changing. And yes, this is as awkward as it sounds, but he's there to help her out anyway, which is really nice. Then for episode 4, yeah, there's this whole thing with the family and whatnot. Then yeah, there's unexpected Angela that this kind of thing that arises. And Baymax has to help this one character to, in some ways, to
Yes.
give him reason to change, even though there's a bit of a
As you
reluctance
wish.
there, which of course
Welcome back.
gets pretty
Is there
wild,
something else you'd like to look at?
unfortunately. Then for
Only the
episode
finest
5,
crafts.
there was also this
Straight from
hungry cat
Mortimer. Every
that
piece comes with
really
a stamp of
resists
assurance from my
Betamax's
wife's
efforts to
father,
help him out
the best smith in
with his
Denver.
uncomfortable situation. So there's a kitty cat one where he has to be saved and whatnot. And then for the 6th and final episode, pretty much all the characters from the previous episodes come together and pretty much trying to help out, and because in this frantic chase against time, because he has something to do with Betamax getting in trouble and this mission thing and whatnot. But yeah, that's basically what this is focusing on, of course, and it's not too shabby. What it's trying to do, of course, they're pretty quick and whatnot. The animation here is really good here. The animation is actually really nice. I like the
Turn your attention
animation
elsewhere.
here
My
in this one
business does not
because it
concern
does
you.
attempt to
Thank
match
you, in
up
fact.
with the how the movie looks with some quite a bit of detail and whatnot. So the animation style is really smooth and fluent in that regard, and it's nice. It has a nice overall look. The colors already put together. You can tell the
Would not
colors
understand.
are really nicely done.
Not to
Not too
understand?
saturated
Is it
or they're
mental
not too
capacity that you believe
overdone
I lack?
in
Or
either
are you
way.
worried I will
And then
sympathize
as
with
for
my
the art style, the art
so-called
style is
friend?
really nice, dude, and
Take
very
your pick.
detailed as mentioned a moment ago.
Is
It's
that supposed to make
nicely
me
done
angry?
with the art style
It means I
because in the
find
sense
myself
that you can
wishing that your
see
people held
a lot of the
proper,
detail of the
civilized
effort
attitudes towards
that's been
magic.
played in that regard, of
That's a
course.
rather
And
hostile
that's
thing
good.
to say.
And yet you
But
continue
anyway,
speaking,
as for
astonishing.
the voice acting is also quite good as well. It's good enough, definitely. So everyone involved when it comes to the voice actors, the actors and actors like to do a good job as well in that regard because you can obviously tell there's quite a bit of effort in that regard, which is a really appreciative, of course. Just because a lot of these stuff is aimed for the family, does that in itself doesn't necessarily mean the voice acting has to be bad. But thankfully, the voice acting is actually quite good. It's quite good enough, I should say. So there's nothing there I can say just complaining about. Not really. So I like that. I like the fact there was some actual genuine effort in that. Okay, then as for the storylines themselves are, okay, of course, as you can guess, they're pretty simplistic in some ways, of course, and they're fairly straightforward
An enemy
when it comes
lies
to the
ahead.
overall stories of each individual story. I mean, you can pretty much watch them in any random order, well, almost, except for maybe the last two episodes, because the last two episodes already have any really direct connection, because the last two episodes are kind of split in like a part two and a part two kind of a thing. And in the last episodes, yeah, all the characters that have been in the entire series, well, at least in this mini series anyway, come together, and which I thought was a nice touch to end it. Really, I mean, sure, not may not be in a big, huge battle or anything, but still, though, it's a nice touch how they trying to wrap up everything with the stories, folks, for each individual episode. So again, not a terrible touch by any means. So anyway, this was definitely something I can say that was nicely put together, as it really was in that regard. I like that. Yes, by the way, I've seen this on Disney Plus. In case you just guessed that yourself, it's pretty obvious. I don't know if there was a physical release for this. To my knowledge, at the moment, I don't know. I don't think there was, but nevertheless, I just watched it from Disney Plus, just as a way to just talk about some
So
stuff
lovely
here,
to
of
see you
course,
again, my dear.
because I know the movie was a fairly big hit in a lot of ways, and a lot of people did enjoy the movie itself, Big Hero 6.
I try
So
to
I
be
just
good
thought this
host,
would be a good
but
way
you
to
see, I
tackle
have to work
this in
with
some ways,
this
because
country
I just
smells
thought might
like
as well.
white dog everywhere.
And
I cannot get the smell
I
out,
mean, it's not
even
that
down
often
to
now
my
of
hair
talking
and
about TV
clothes.
shows anyway, even though I've done it like here and there, of course. Even though talking about TV shows is not really my cup of tea, if I'm be honest with you, really. Even if it's a mini series. Anyway, but
So,
for what it's
isn't
worth,
this like
it's
your
fun. It does its
companion?
job. It does what it's
You framed
supposed
me,
to,
had me
I
caught,
reckon. So
and
altogether,
tortured.
it's fine. It
I
does
thought
its
that in
work, what it's
Ferelden
supposed
I would
to, I
be
guess.
free of you, but it
So
seems
all
that
in
I'm
all,
not.
like I was
What
saying, I
happened
do
to make you
recommend this
leave
for
me so?
those
Why'd you abandon
who
me
enjoyed the
abandoned?
movie.
Dead?
And if you never
Nonsense.
saw this for
I
whatever
know
reason,
you, my
I just
Liliana.
would
I know what you are
recommend
capable
it,
of.
of course.
4 or 5
So I
men
do like
you can
that.
dispatch easily.
I do like
They
the
will simply
overall
give you cause to come
tone
to me.
of this.
And see,
The tone is
we are
fairly
2 hours.
consistent throughout each individual episode. So there's some
You are
consistency
so
in that, of course.
transparent. What are you up to,
So if you've
Marjorie?
seen the movie already,
Why are
you
you in
should,
Ferelden?
even if you've seen
The
the
truth?
film, you should already
God
know how
knows
this is going
that
to
you
be
can use it
playing
against
out.
me.
It's
For
more or
my own
less
safety,
what you
I
might
cannot let you
expect
be.
to some
In
extent, I
case you
guess.
think I did not
But
know where
anyway,
you were.
that's
Did you
fine, I
think I would
suppose.
not watch, my
I like
Liliana?
that. I like how they're trying to be
Shut up
consistent
to,
with
I thought.
throughout each episode on how it's
Life,
consistent to the
beautiful
movie.
clothes, hair
There's not
ragged and
one time
messy
I
like
felt it
a
was out of
boy.
place. I mean,
This is
granted,
my
you don't really see any of the
daughter. You
superhero
were planning
stuff
something, I told myself.
that you
So
might expect
I
from the
watched.
movie.
But no letters
But
were
this is
sent,
more
no
focusing on
messages.
Baymax
You never
anyway,
spoke to
more
anyone.
rather than just
Clever,
superhero
Liliana,
adventures.
very clever.
Which,
You
yes,
will not let
granted,
me
does
fool.
make this seem kind
But
of out
then
of place
you left the
because of
country
that,
so suddenly.
sure.
What conclusion should
But
I
still,
draw?
though, it's not
You tell
too
me.
shabby of a
Do you think
watch
I left because of you?
anyway, in the grand
She
scheme
said,
of
I
things,
still
of
had some
course.
plan
So I like that. I really
for
did.
revenge? You
Anywho,
are
that
insane,
aside, like I was
paranoid.
saying, this was definitely has a certain look to it because you can tell there was a good amount of money placed into this, and you can obviously tell there's a good amount of money placed in this. In each one, you just have
Oh,
that certain look
is
to
that
it.
what you
And this is
think?
fine. This
If
is
I were
Disney and
you,
Pixar we're talking about, really.
nothing, she says.
Yes, I
Not
do
a
realize a
word.
lot of people
She
out
will
there
use you.
really
You
don't
let
like
your initiation
CGI.
prepare a threat.
A lot of people do miss the
Trust and
hand drawn
run.
stuff,
What
which
is
to
it
some
I? I am
extent I could
not you, Marjorie.
kind of see
I
what they're
left
going
because
for.
I didn't want to
But then at the
become you.
same time, just
Oh, but
hating
you are
CGI
me.
just because he's
You cannot
CGI
escape
it's
it.
ridiculous. I
No
think
one
this
could understand you the way
seems
I
really
do.
stupid if you ask me,
We are
folks.
one and
I mean,
the
not that anyone
same.
was asking, but I'll
Do you
state
know
it anyway.
why you
Because,
were a
well,
best
it's
friend
my
with
channel.
Walter,
I'll say what I
Liliana?
want.
It is because you
But just
enjoyed
hating
the
CGI
glory,
just because he's
you
CGI is
reveled in the
stupid.
power it gave you.
And
You
that's just
cannot change
incredibly
or deny
close-minded
this.
when you think about it, because it is. I mean, yes, I do miss the hand-drawn animation. I do miss it myself, folks. And do to some extent do wish Disney would go back to it, but just give this a chance anyway, folks. That's all I'm saying. Just give this a chance anyway, even though it's CGI, alright? Just give it a shot anyway. It's not too shabby of a show, really, folks. It's not that shabby of a show as a whole, really. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good enough in what they were trying to do, the people who were behind this. Alright, I'm just rambling on at this point. Alright, whatever. Anywho, ultimately, what I can say is that I'll give this show, this mini-series, an overall rating of a 7.0 10. It gets a 7.0 10 for me. So, of course, as always, see you.